Okay, hello. Welcome to another vlog. I say another, I don't think I've done a proper vlog in a while, but I'm trying again. I tried to film a vlog last week, but I didn't actually get any game dev work done all week, basically. I got a little bit done on Monday, and then I spent the whole rest of the week working on YouTube stuff and just sort of chilling. I've been knitting a lot, which is good, but this week we are pushing on the game dev project, and I'm starting off fresh on Monday. I'm feeling good about this week. I've got my game project pulled up. I'm in the middle of a feature, the last real feature that the game needs, which is town defense, and it's the idea that there are these torches that you can upgrade that kind of act as a shield, basically. So when the enemies attack the town, the shield absorbs damage until it is used up, and then the torches go out and the town itself starts taking damage, which can cause you to fail a game or a match or a run, whatever I'm calling it. I got the models for some torches in. I've got them hooked up to a script that should toggle the flames on and off, and that is the extent of the work I've done in the past like 3 weeks on this feature. I'm having trouble figuring out kind of where I was in terms of code, so I'm doing that first, and I would love to get the shield part working today, where the town will actually toggle off those torches when it runs out of shields, and I think that'll be pretty easy. I just have to get into it. I really have to get over, I had a little bit of a slump last week, maybe a little burnout, probably burnout, but I want to get back into it today, and I'm feeling good. But I did spend the first half of my lunch actually eating lunch, so I've only got about 30 minutes left to get to work on this, and then I will pick it up again after work. Also, hello, I'm Savalian, a software dev / creative. I do videos about games, game development, creativity, lifestyle, blah 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 blah. Welcome. The first thing I worked on is getting those torches connected to the system so that they can be loaded in as a prefab. The flames can be turned on and off for all of them together, and I can load in the whole prefab kind of in one go by an ID. So I created my scriptable object and connected that to the torch models and the torch script. So that's all working. And then the other thing that I did here is start on the shield code. So now there's this shield behind the scenes. It starts at a certain amount, and then as enemies attack the town, it chips away at that shield first. When the shield reaches 0, the torches are toggled off, and then obviously you will have to refresh the shield to turn the torches back on. There is a little yellow bird that keeps hanging out next to my window, and he'll do this thing where he will just hang from the top of the window. Wood bit that hangs out over the window, he'll just hang up there upside down. It's very cute. I should also mention, in case you're new here, I do work a full-time job. I have throughout the entire lifetime of this project, and I probably will work full-time forever to pay for this crumbling waste of a house. Our kitchen flooded in December, and it took over 3 months to fix the kitchen from the flooding damage, and in fact there are still a few tasks hanging over our heads from that work. One of the things being that this past week we had to move everything out of the living room so that the contractors could shampoo the carpets, even though the carpet is disgusting and will never be cleaned. So I spent a whole evening moving furniture and things out of the living room and the kitchen so they could finish their work. And then in addition to juggling work and house things, yard work, I've also been recommitting myself again to my fitness. I wasn't able to use my treadmill basically this entire, past quarter of the year because all of the furniture that we had in our fridge and our stove and our dishwasher were in the living room blocking the treadmill. So now that it's free, I've been running, I've been doing some strength workouts and trying to take care of myself and feel good. Once I got the torches loading and behaving properly, the next step is to make a menu. And the menu does two things. It lets the player update the shield, so increase the power of the shield so it absorbs more damage, and then also select the style of torches that they want out of the ones that they've unlocked. So just like with my creatures and with my player gear, I have a vanity unlock system where there's going to be different kinds of cool looking torches, maybe with different color of flames, and you're going to be able to select those from this menu. And this was a lot of work because of how I designed these. I'll probably go back and change the clothing so that it works this way as well, but instead of having one separate tile for each like style and color of torch, I just included like the model and then all of the colors are underneath it. So you can see like this style of torch comes in all these different colors and these are the ones I have unlocked. And because of how I did this, it was kind of a lot of work to get all this working together, but I got it done. It looks pretty good. It seems to work pretty good. I'm sure I'll uncover some more bugs. And then the last thing that I actually worked on was getting the shield upgrade working. I plugged the UI in for that early and then just never hooked it up. So that was the last thing I did. I actually did this on my lunch break on Monday, so this vlog technically went a little bit over a week, but that's okay. Who's keeping track? Not me. But there it is. Now the player can use this shield as part of their strategy. They can change the way the town looks a little bit with these different like vanity styles for the torches, and it also gives a visual cue of when the town is starting to take damage because the torches will turn off when that happens. Okay, here we are at the end of the vlog. This is a particularly exciting moment because this is the last feature that my game needs to be working in some regard. You know, nothing is fully complete. I still have a lot of content to add, but this is the last feature for my game. All I need to do is make a lot more content, fix a lot more bugs, polish things up, and then I guess one thing that I technically don't have is lore. I've written a little bit of story for this game, but I haven't determined how I'm gonna reveal it to the player yet. But functionally, my game is complete. So, hooray. Round of applause. I am very proud, but also aware that I have a lot left to do. So, what I worked on in this vlog specifically was this town feature. So we can see these torches here. They line the wall between the sort of forest area and the town, and you can change the colors. There's only one style of torch in here right now because I just made one of them, but I have all the plumbing hooked up so that I can just swap out new models and it will all work the same as any of my other vanity items. So I also added this button here which shows you the current amount of shield that you have and lets you upgrade it in 10 borb increments. So the way I've decided that this is going to work is that the shield does get depleted during a run, but you can just sort of dump all your extra borbs into the shield as much as you want. So if this ends up being a little bit annoying to have it actually reset, you know, when you use it up in battle, maybe I'll have it so it, you know, this is a maximum that you start with every turn. But for now, I think I want this to be, you know, something you have to earn, right? So you earn borbs by playing games. You use them maybe for shields. You don't necessarily need a shield if you don't ever take any damage to the town, but and then the cycle kind of continues. You can use meta borbs on other things such as unlocking critters, like in here. I was looking right at it. I don't know why I was looking for something else, but this is just one of the things you can use it for, so I think it'll be fine. I think we'll have plenty. But again, balancing the numbers is something I'm going to do next. So it's not properly balanced right now. But you can select your torch. I'm going to select the blue ones. When you go into a game, you will see them here. Is that the right one? The lighting makes it kind of hard to tell, actually. I think it's the right one. But as you take damage to your shields, which I can do here, let's see, they may go out, they may not. I don't actually have a visual for how much shield is remaining. I might want that. There they go. The shield is diminished. You cannot replenish it during battle. I don't know if I want to add that. So we're gonna actually fight back here. This might not be enough firepower, but we'll see. Okay, they're gonna be fine. Okay. That I have it set to 2 rounds per game right now. So we've won. How nice is that? And now, when we go back out here, we can see we did use up our shield, but we can use the orbs we just got to fill it back up. But then there are some other things in here that I worked on before. So we have the quest, which I can actually claim a quest there. I've done it. So there's a couple bugs in here where the quests don't always update correctly. I can view completed quests, swap back and forth between completed and active. I can look at all of my critters' skins that are available. These ones with the red are locked. I'm gonna make a little icon for those so it's a little bit more obvious. But I can look at all of these even before I've unlocked them, so it kind of gives me something to work towards. I think we did just unlock this with the quest. I also need to fix, so right now, quest unlocks are just the ID. That's not a descriptive name. I need to fix that. That's a pretty easy fix though. And then also you'll notice there's a lot of these empty squares. There's going to be icons in these. I just have to actually draw them. So we have the critters, we can unlock new critters. Appearance is sort of the vanity menu where we can unlock new clothing and then swap between. I don't have very many of the clothing items that I've made in here, so the selections are very limited, especially in pants. But I have made, I think, about 50 different pieces of clothing, so there's definitely not, it's definitely not even close to all in here. I just need to go through and get the files all updated and brought in, because since I made them, I updated how my textures work to make it a little bit easier to adjust the colors. So I just need to go through and update all the models I made to fit that new scheme, but this is all working. Let's see, town was next, we went over that one, and then collection is my achievement junkie menu where it shows you all the things you've done and like how close you are to finishing them. So a lot of this doesn't actually have any stuff in it because I haven't added the unlocks to the data structure, but this will show based on all these different categories how much of the stuff you've unlocked. And then once I add achievements, which I plan on doing, I believe I'll put those on this screen as well. Maybe smush these progress bars up a little bit and then have a scroll view down here. And then the game, you know, we can go out to the menu as well. There's not a lot here. You can choose your profile. What am I on? Best test, I think. This is the game. And then as you saw, the gameplay, you know, the run, you can summon your critters. We've talked about this before a lot. I currently have 4 player critters, and I plan to add at least about 20 for, you know, that's my goal for a release, but we'll see how many I can realistically do. And then I also only have 3 enemy types, so I need to add some more enemies as well. But this is it. This is the game. I'm so proud. It took me 2 years and 4 months to get to this point, but I'm so proud of how it looks, how it feels so far. Definitely a lot of smoothing out to do. Okay, so that's the devlog. This game is now in what I'm calling the functional release state, or the functional version, since I'm not actually going to release it to anybody. But basically what this means is that all of the features that I wanted for this game are done. They all work in some capacity, though as you can see, there's a lot of content that's missing. All of these things are things that I'm going to add in the next phase, which I'm calling the content phase. And then after that, the next and possibly final phase is going to be doing several passes on bugs, finding bugs, fixing bugs, going through finding bugs again, fixing those, and then at that point, probably getting some playtesters. I know I should have had playtesters before now, but I didn't because I have a fragile baby developer ego and I'm scared. So at that point is probably when I will be able to let some close friends play it, get some feedback, and then when I feel good about the polish phase, everything's looking nice and shiny and clean, and everything works most of the time, then I'm gonna start working on a release. And I do plan to release on Steam. I've never done that before, so I'll have to learn how that process works, and I always say stuff like this and then it turns out to be way off, but at this point, I really feel like I could get this game out this year. So that's the plan. That's what I'm shooting for. By the end of the year, I've got some busy months ahead of me, but I'm feeling good. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to put it out there. And most of all, I'm ready to start something new. Which I haven't started anything new. Not even a little tiny side project because I am afraid that if I do that, I will never finish this. So that's been my rule, is that if I want to start another game project, chase one of my idea rabbits, whatever you want to call them, my shiny new ideas, I have to finish this one first. So that's what I'm doing. But that's all for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back soon with another video, so don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you there. Okay, goodbye.